早會開始，請同學一齊打聲招呼，開始今日嘅早會。各位同學早晨，校長早晨，老師早晨，同學早晨。依家將時間交俾各位老師。
Right, good morning everybody. So, this is already the second time I'm going to be speaking to you. And just in case some of you do not know, I'm actually leaving this school this week. So this is the last week that I will ever be here. The last time you will ever hear from me. I would definitely like to thank all of you for having welcomed me to your school. I always was only going to be here for 3 weeks, and it was a really nice 3 weeks, so thank you very much. Before I do leave for good, I was asked to share a little bit about my experience of learning English. As you may or may not know, I originally come from Poland, meaning I speak to my mom, my dad, to my parents, my family. I speak in Polish. I didn't have a good grasp of English, so I didn't speak very good English until the age of 16 or 17. Right now I'm 24. So it's not been that long. So some of you here are at the age when some of you here speak better English at the age that you are than when I was your age. So here's my experience of learning English. I would like to draw a bit of a distinction for you between learning English for your exams, which I know is scary. I know it can be difficult, and it can be unfair. When you think about it, exams can only measure your ability to speak English in numbers. And that doesn't always work best for you. Now, you still have to pass your exams to do well in school, granted. What I would like to make you aware of is learning English as part of your identity, as part of who you want to be as a young adult, as part of, let's say, a project, as part of your own hobby or passion. It might sound boring, but it actually isn't. When you think about it, a lot of the world around us is happening in English. And so the way I went about learning English was through hobbies, through things that I did. Whenever I moved from Poland to the UK at the age of 15, I decided to do everything that I did in free time, read books, play video games. YouTube wasn't that big at the time, but watch TV. I did all of that in Polish, and then I just decided to just do it in English. Now, books at the start were too difficult. I wasn't reading books in English until about the age of 17. But everything else, I was fine doing in English. I was speaking to my friends in English. I was writing to my friends in English, texting. I was reading Facebook, Twitter, all in English. I was watching English movies with Polish subtitles. All of those things, I was practicing my English without really realizing it. And what my message to you is that when you are passionate about something, so the one big thing that I was passionate about was performing arts, performing in theater. And I joined a weekend theater school, and that really helped me with my English. So for, I think it was 3 or 4 hours every Saturday, I would go to a different environment where people would speak English differently. They would talk about singing and dancing and acting, and I would learn new words. When you transform all of your different hobbies, whether it's drawing, whether it's watching movies, whether it's reading books or writing blogs or reading Twitter, when you transform all of those into English, for a little bit anyway, you're going to start learning different things about language in a way which is more fun. That's all I want to say. And what you guys have here in this school, Miss Digby, Pitt, and I, and from next week somebody else, who are in the English corner, and we're not doing boring lessons, we're not giving you lists of vocabulary to read. We are sitting there ready to speak to you about stuff, ready to play some games, ready to watch videos on YouTube. You are able to do this in your school time. I have to do it in my free time. You are able to do this in free time in your school while having lunch or after you've just had lunch. Do use this opportunity. Whether or not you think it's helpful, I swear to you it is. You're going to learn more about English without even realizing, just by having fun, just by playing video games or board games in English Corner. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling. That's what I'm trying to say. Do what you love to do in English sometimes, and that's really going to help you. Thank you.
Everyone is looking very tired this morning, but soon we will wake up and we'll be fine and we'll be ready to learn again. And that is my theme of this speech to you, is learning. I want to talk to you about different kinds of learning and why it is important. So first, like yesterday, before I went home, I met 2 Form 5 girls who were studying for an exam today. Good luck, wherever you are. I wanted to talk to you about different ways of studying, because every single person here has a different way that they can learn something, whether it's for science or math or English. Everyone has a different way. For me, my way is writing something about 100 times in about 10 different colors. That doesn't work for everyone. Some people revise better using music or moving or listening to something lots and lots of times. So at school, your time here is to do well in your exams, but it's also to find out what kind of learner you are. I am a repetitive learner. I have to do something so many times it becomes boring, but then I remember it forever. So now is your chance to find out what kind of learner you are. This is really important to me because you will never know what you are capable of doing until you find out what kind of learner you are. If you think, I'm not good at English, a lot of you say this, I'm not good at English. But maybe you're learning it in a way that isn't suited to you. So maybe the best way for you to learn English is, like Jacob said, doing something active, and not just covering your vocabulary and learning it that way. Or for example, with math or science, there are other ways of learning, and when you find out what kind of learner you are, you will show yourself how much you can do. My next topic is speaking. So this is also what Jacob was saying, is using English as a tool to do more of what you already enjoy. So I spoke to a lot of you this week and last week about your hobbies and things that you like to do. Just going on from what Jacob was saying, try and do these things in English because it will broaden your opportunities and you can learn so much more. So for example, if you like cooking, watch cooking shows in English. Or if you want to learn a musical instrument, go on YouTube and look up guitar for learners or guitar for beginners, and they will be in English. So you can learn new skills through English. And not only will you enjoy learning, but also you will learn more about yourself. And finally, learning about yourself. Now is the chance to find out what kind of person you are. Whether you are a hard worker or a kind person, if you're patient, if you're nice to other people. I think this is important. Now is the chance to find out what kind of person you are. And through doing this, if you create a nice classroom environment, or if you're kind to other people, you can help each other. And you can learn not only more about your classes, but also learn about about what kind of person you would like to be. So, my 3 things: find out what kind of learner you are, whether that is through movement or music or writing things 1,000 times. Find out what kind of learner you are. This is going to help you so much in the future. My second thing is to do what you like to do, but do it in English, which is Jacob's point. And thirdly, find out what kind of person you are. This will help you so much in the future. Now is the time to decide who you want to be. So that is us. That is it from me and Jacob. One last thing I want to say, because I don't want to take up too much of your day, is the English corner is now officially open. Very exciting. All this week in lunch and after school, we are doing activities, we're doing games. We're going to be doing so much throughout this year. So please, whenever you walk past, just hello, how are you? And come talk to us. We want to do things that you want to do. So please come and tell us what you want to do in English, and we will make sure that we do it for you. So on that note, have a lovely day. Thank you for listening, and we'll be off. So, thank you.
Good morning. Let's bow our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this lovely day, for giving us the opportunity to study here peacefully, and for bringing 2 cheerful nets to us to help us learn English. We pray to you today because the beginning of the school is challenging. We are a year older now, and more is expected of us. There's a lot to learn, many new teachers to meet, and new classmates to get to know. We may feel anxious or overloaded with homework. We pray that you grant us the courage and persistence we need to get through today's challenges, and grant us patience if we are struggling with our studies. We pray also that you look over our new teachers at SWChan, because they too may be feeling some stress or anxiety. We ask that you help them feel at home here and feel content with their new environment, so that they may become good teachers like your son. We pray in Jesus' name.